How to measure ROI on social media. Hello, it's John. It's the Marketing for Owners podcast. Yes, this is the place where we make marketing easier. Nothing's easy, remember that. If anyone says it's easy, they're fibbing. This is where we make it easier. E-A-I-S-I-E-R. Because it doesn't have to be as tough as you think. Now, if you're a natural salesperson, fabulous. But most of us are not, and therefore it's a worry. So my intention here is, the actual intention is to make your entire business easier, but most people's worries are, where are those next clients coming from? What happens if my customers go away? What happens if one dies? Where are the customers coming? What happens if you have a never-ending list of people coming to you, banging on your door, inquiring about your services, in a way that they are sort of pre-qualified, they are within your target market, they would be interested in your services. They already know a fair bit about you. They know a bit about what you do and the service you provide, and the subject in general. How about if they come to you just to check you out, so you can almost just ask them for the order and just say, well, hey, because we are this and that, yeah? How about that? That is what I show you. You might think, that's rubbish. This is episode 652. Honestly, I've just done 651 explaining how this kind of stuff works. And a lot of it I repeat over and over because it's a system, it's a process. It is the same stuff. I'm not reinventing it. A lot of these are tips and tricks. Some of them are interviews. But very, very simply, there's a method. This is a process. Double glazing companies in the UK, Everest double glazing, etc. They have a process. The reason they've been around for so long, they do stuff in a process, a system. We may not like it, we may not approve of it, but it works because it's a process. McDonald's, when they open a new store, they don't automatically have lots of people waiting to go to, thinking, oh, I'm starving, I'll wait till I open a McDonald's. No, they have a marketing system that works in the north of England, in America, in China, in Japan. They use the same process. Chain stores, franchises, the reason they succeed everywhere is because they follow a process that has been shown to work. When business is bad, here's a little thing if you don't know, when businesses are bad, franchises generally do not suffer. Quite often they increase when others are suffering. In a recession, franchises always perform well while other businesses suffer. You might say, well, how would that be? Because a franchise, by its system, is they make one place, one building or whatever it is, one place that does the process, the system, the prototype. They make that the prototype. They develop the systems, they prove the model, and then they written down as a manual, and then it's repeated, repeat, the same again. When they want to change something, they change it at the prototype and then wait till it works. McDonald's do this, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Burger King, all of them. Wait till it works and then roll it out to the others. So they only do what works, and then they just have to train people to follow the system. There you go. Go back and read the E-Myth. Anyway, so social media. You all want to do social media, or you feel you have to do social media. And so are you wasting your time? Are you just addicted to Facebook and you think you're doing well with it? Or can we measure it? So here's some stuff. Now, some of these may be complicated or complex, but I encourage you to look into them. I do not know your circumstances, and some are free, some are paid. There are 5. Number 1, Google Analytics. Sorry, I am laughing because it's Google Analytics. It just amazes me how many people are still not using Google Analytics. In my world, virtually everybody is. It's just something you have. It's like we have milk in the fridge. You have Google Analytics on your website. It's free, and it tells you everything everything you need to know, including all of the traffic from every individual social media channel you have or you haven't got, and where they go. You'll be surprised. You may get visitors from Twitter when someone else mentions you when you're not even using Twitter. Wouldn't you like to know that? Wouldn't it be helpful if you found out you get quite a few but you haven't got a Twitter handle? Then you might think, gosh, maybe people like us on Twitter, maybe we should have one. There you go. Kissmetrics. All right, Kissmetrics, one of Neil Patel's businesses. It's a paid analytics program, and some of these things, when you look at them, you might think, oh gosh, that's quite expensive, but just give me a break. Right, they have thousands of customers. If it's expensive, it's because it is valuable. Right? It gives value. It's not that they're charging a lot of money. It's because, one, it's expensive to run because they have to buy in databases and stuff from other outside sources to keep things going, and a lot of cloud hosting and stuff to manage these things. But also, it's because it gives value. The reason big companies pay these companies thousands a month is because they make more. It helps them make more money. It can apply to yours. By the way, this is not thousands a month. I just mean they have bigger plans. So what it does, Kissmetrics will measure the individual. So when they come to your website, you can then track what pages they looked at, where they looked, how long they stayed, where they went afterwards, what action they took afterwards. Like a channel, the visits through the site. Obviously it's more complicated than that. They will have the training, but don't you think that might be interesting, how they interact with your website? Cool, eh? Another one is Cloud BI. Now this is from the company called RJ Metrics. RJ Metrics are a company that deal in big data, but any of us can use them. They crunch data and they throw it all into systems and figure out what happens and spits it out. So what it does is it calculates customer lifetime value per social channel. So it can do it in social media. So like Kissmetrics can track from which social media they come in, and then if you know people interact more from Pinterest than they do from Facebook, wouldn't you put more effort in Pinterest? Yes, that's why. So something like this will follow per social channel, and you will find out incredible. These programs, the reason people pay for them when Google Analytics is free, they generally have Google Analytics as well, it's because they are powerful. They do so much more. Now, another one is when you get all this information, is sort of collating it and just getting it from everywhere. So another one is called Cyphe. CYFE. Now Cyphe is a dashboard. It's an online dashboard. Is there a free plan? I think there's a free plan, certainly a free trial. Most of these will have free trials, by the way. So Cyphe, what will happen is it integrates with everything. So say you had all those, say you've got Google Analytics, you've got all social media, it will pull in all the data in the same way that Google Analytics will. It will pull in all the data from all your sites and put it in a dashboard so that you can see all the information neatly and organized in a way that makes sense to you. The best thing is, don't just listen to me, just look it up. CYFE, Cyphe. Just Google it and go and look at, they're going to have a demo, look at it. And finally, because this all comes, you really, metrics, you want to know your customer lifetime value. And in actual fact, so this one is also going to be Tuesday's Toolbox tip. It is called, so unsurprisingly, Customer Lifetime Value Calculator. So you find it at customerlifetimevalue.co. Now it has a free calculator and it can calculate the customer lifetime value for you. I don't think I need to explain anymore. Just go and look. If I explain and you think, I'm not sure, it's not going to help. They're better at explaining their own product and they're not going to bite. They're not going to, it's all free, it's on the internet to look. Go and look and then you can make your own guess. But these are all strong products. Tomorrow, if you want to get into the mindset, remember earlier I was sort of talking about the mindset, because this is all down to you. If you are getting in your own way, if you're the blockage in everything in your business, then nothing can do about it. I can teach you anything I like. I can offer to pay to do it for you. But if you're just going to make excuses as to why it won't work, then that's you. You need to get over it. One of the ways to do that is through motivational. Listen to motivational people, reading books and all things like that. And one of the best at this ever was an American gentleman called Zig Ziglar. For those of you that haven't heard of Zig Ziglar, which is not going to be many, then you probably think that's a funny name, but that's actually his real name. Zig, I think, is his nickname. But he actually died in 2012, I think. But the Ziglar Corporation, or is it Ziglar Inc., it's massive. It's all over the world, and you'll have heard of, or you might have heard of, Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins and people like this. But Zig Ziglar is kind of one of the ones that they all follow. But I interviewed Tom Ziglar, his son, who actually ran the business while his father was alive. So he's been the chief executive of Ziglar Inc. for 20 or 30 years, since about 20, since he was 30, I think, so it's about 20 odd years. Lovely guy, and he explains. Now tomorrow, our expert interview series, one of my all-time top 5, instantly on the list, Tom Ziglar. It's fantastic. You will be able to get it at marketingforowners.com/podcast/653. 653. That's it, the Wednesday episode. It'll be on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Audio. So subscribe to this. Seriously, the guy, eloquent, calm, such a nice guy, and we had a great chat. Really enjoyed it. You'll love it. Let me know what you think.